everybody, this is Hypebeast James, and today we're going to be going over something pretty cool. We are going to take apart and dissect a standard Tamir Energy, specifically 4-color Energy deck before Grand Prix Portland, and let you guys kind of see everything that I'm going to be playing for the event and why I'm going to be playing it. So let's get started. Got my cool purple deck box here, and we will go through the main deck. So, currently I am playing 4 Whirler Virtuosos, 4 Servant of the Conduit, 3 Spire Bluff Canals, 1 Vraska. I'll put this aside so that we can get into this a little bit later. Basically, I'm playing a very toolkit-ish build. It has essentially 8, I want to say off the top of my card, 1-ofs to kind of deal with what I feel to be the strongest decks in the format. Tamir, Sultai Energy, and the Ramming Up and Aggro matchup is specifically what this deck is made to beat on average. It does have a very bad matchup against control, but typically after the sideboard it does a little bit better. Okay, so these are the lands. 4 Lightning, Harness Lightning, 4 Aether Hubs, 1 Magma Spray, 2 Mountains, 4 Botanical Sanctums actually, 4 Rogue Refiners. Again, there's 4 Whirler Virtuosos, 2 Glory Bringers. I may bring this up to 3, but for right now there are 2. This card is very strong though. 4 Attune with the Aethers, 4 Rootbound Crags, 1 Confiscation Coop, 1 Chandra, 4 Longtusk Cub, 1 The Locust God, 1 Island, 1 Supreme Will, 2 Bristling Hydros, 1 Sky Sovereign Console Flagship, 1 Nissa, 1 Abrade, 1 the Scarab God. Now, what is typically different about this deck versus the regular Tamir is that it splashes 1 black, and it also is running a package right here in my deck of 1-ofs. Typically with this deck, what you'll see is usually 2 Chandras, 2 Vraskas, and 2 Scarab Gods. And that is pretty typical right this second to just have 2 of each of these. Instead, what I've opted to do is drop them down to 1. I think Chandra can definitely be at 1. It's never a time where I feel like I need 2. Vraska could be at 2. I do think this card is very strong. And Scarab God, I think only needs to be at 1. I think there's a lot of times where you'll get this card and you feel like if you have 1 in your hand and 1 on the field, it's not very good. So what I've done is I have cut these all down to 1. And I have added, instead, pull the camera back out for you guys a little bit. I have added a Nissa, a Sky Sovereign Console Flagship, a Locust God up against the Mirror Match, and a Confiscation Coop. Now, I do think that there are a couple things that could change in here. Nissa is a very interesting card. I actually think that Nissa could possibly be cut to put on a second Vraska or a second Confiscation Coop or a Vizier in the main deck. And actually, I think that a Vizier in the main deck maybe just simply better than a Supreme Will. I played Supreme Will this last weekend thinking I would play up against a control matchup, and I played up against, I kid you not, 5 Sultai energy decks in a row. So in that case, Supreme Will is not that good. So what I may do is cut the Nissa, which actually I think I'm going to be doing, and adding in a, and I'll probably cut the Supreme Will, and I will add in, which I actually think I have right now on my board, I will probably add in a Vizier into the main deck, and possibly either another Confiscation Coup or a, you know, a Braid is pretty decent. I just don't really want to run 2 of those, so I'll probably keep it like this and maybe run a either another Vraska or another Confiscation Coup. Let me go over the board really quick. So the board right now that I have, because Nissa is going to move to my board, is I have a Nissa, I have a Nicobolas, and this card actually I haven't been able to play a lot, but I do think it's good in the long kind of control games if you get it out. It's not even that bad, I think, in kind of a slower, you know, a slower game. Torrential Gear Hulk, which I may actually end up cutting this. It didn't perform as well in the last tournaments that I played in. Carnage Tyrant. Again, these, you'll notice that a lot of the cards in my board that I'm going over right now are for the control matchup. You know, I need to have something to kind of win in that late game. So these are some of the cards that I've got. Negate, 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 Spell Pierce, and Supreme Will, which will move to my board. So that's kind of my control package. We also got River's Rebuke, Appetite for the Unnatural, Death Gorge Scavenger, a Braid, Magma Spray, Aether Spear Harvester, Aether Spear Harvester. So these are more for the aggro matchups. I do think, like I was talking about, I'll probably cut Torrential Gear Hulk. I may cut Nicobolas. It just wasn't as strong as I thought that it would have been when I was playtesting. And I may cut Carnage Tyrant, as it just wasn't, again, as strong when I was playtesting. And I'll probably add Viziers to my board at this point, and maybe another Braid, because a Braid's pretty good. I don't really want to run 4 negates though. So anyways, I thought I would make this video to kind of go over everything with you guys. Make sure you guys comment. Let me know if you guys have any interest in this type of stuff, what questions, concerns, anything like that you guys have about the deck. And make sure you guys share the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.